And hi, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. Um, I had a couple questions on Kruger, Alberts, and Safeway. Reason why Kruger's buying Alberts. Alberts is a parent company of Safeway and a few other chain stores. They're having really bad. That's why Kruger spent $24 billion in buying the Albertsons chains so he can get all this. See, Albertson has a problem with pension, a big one in all their little companies. One company they owe $565 million to a group pension fund. That's only in the DC area. I don't tell you which one of these, but if you ever follow Safeway and where they have their stores located at, Safeway is closing up their store in Arizona. Okay, that was far fetched. Pension, supply chain issues, labor constraints, and declining sales in the state of Washington. That's the biggest mistake they ever did. Now, Alaska and Hawaii, I can understand well, Safeway. I could also understand Colorado. I don't understand Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, and some parts of South Dakota and Wyoming. Don't understand that. They spread too far, too thin for their supply chains, and they concentrated a lot in the DC and whatchamacallit, the New York DC corridor. Okay? I don't know why, because Safeway is like a little bit in between upscale and low marketing. It's a nice market, all right, but it's a little between the lower medium classes and the high classes. Okay, it's an all-purpose store. It fits the bill for what you call a lot of suburbia, ideally suburbia. Okay, most grocery and supermarkets are like Albertson are hooked up to suburbia. If you look at all their maps, they show you where high density suburban living is happening. This is one of the warning signs. I keep telling people, and people misread them. They don't get the big picture or the fine print. Okay, sorry about yelling, but it's not a rant because I'm way too busy. So I'm doing these little segments on like Albertson. That's one of the problems. Kruger buys it for the real estate. Albertson has the best real estate because it has all these chains like Safeway. Okay, it's in prime locations. Kruger wants to get away from the East Coast and head out west. Other than Washington State, which was a big mistake for everybody, Oregon, California, Alaska, Hawaii, New Mexico, Colorado, they have to tighten up their belts and cut a few states out, like Wyoming and half of Colorado, okay, because of supply chain issues. Kruger's going to make their money back. They spent over $24 billion buying this mess. Number one and number two, and this other's number three. Okay, they want to centralize in California. They can't do it unless they take out the big guy, Albertson. Once they have a foothold there, they're going to kiss goodbye the rest of the country. Anything east of the 100th meridian. I keep telling these people, I wrote it down. Okay? Because there's 6 months decline in most malls. Kruger, because I know that group and certain them because they're German. I won't do the little. They understand what I'm talking about. They could save the malls. Next big things in California for the malls is they're going to do more Asiatic style mall keeping. It's going to be a place to be, not for shopping or retail. It'll be a whole host of other things. Okay? Everything's in that. So all you have to do is park your car, walk around, get what you need. If you need e-commerce, you could go there, put it down, and it's delivered to your house. Like the rest of Asia, this is going to be the main plan for not Washington, Oregon, California. But Oregon has its own problems. All right, stupid problems because it's trying to be awoke, like Washington. That's why there won't be a state of Oregon pretty soon. It's going to be chopped up in three little pieces. But back to my point, Albertson and Safeway, because all this trouble, Albertson mainly for the pension and all the little chains it has, chain stores it has. Safeway, its pension, supply chain, labor constraint, declining sales in the state of Washington. Reason? They overstretched. Washington was a gamble. It picked up in the last 20 years ago. From the 90s to the 20s, it did well. And then 2008, boom! All right? So, that takes care of those two. We're going to go next is, no wait, that's retail. Don't want that note. Okay. After that, we're going to go after Harvey's supermarket chain and Winn-Dixie. And then later on for another four, we're going to go to Save-A-Lot, Family Dollar, Earth Fare, Baducci's, Fresh Times, King Markets. I have a list. It's like I said, if you want a better picture of this, go check out the Epic Economist. He does a real good thing. I just covered the basics of this. Okay, do your own research. I'm not doing any more links. I already lost 460 watch hours because I gave out a link. Thank you, Obama. Okay, folks, I'll catch you later. You have a nice day now. Bye now.